Imagine stepping out into the Texas summer, strapping 40 pounds of gear to your back and just disappearing into the woods.
That is exactly what a select group of our scouts are gearing up for this month.
Welcome to Trip 685 Talk, your weekly update for scouts and families.
So today we're doing a deep dive into the latest eBlast from April 12th, 2026.
Right.
But instead of just giving you a boring rundown of the calendar, our mission is to really figure out how this upcoming schedule actually prepares the kids for the biggest events of the scouting year.
And I mean, it all starts with the most immediate update on the board. We have a regular troop meeting tomorrow night, April 13th.
Yeah, at 7 p.m.
Right, at 7 p.m. at St. John Lutheran Church.
And that meeting is actually the perfect foundation to start preparing for the really busy months ahead. Like, troop meetings aren't just for hanging out.
No, definitely not.
They are where patrols actively meal plan, and coordinate gear for the bigger trips.
Speaking of those big trips, let's just run through the calendar chronologically, exactly as it's laid out in the eBlast.
Good idea.
And keep in mind how everything kind of points towards summer. So April 13th and April 20th, we have those troop meetings at St. John Lutheran Church.
Both starting at 7 p.m.
Right. Then following that is the April campout.
Yeah, from April 24th to the 26th, down at Lake Georgetown. You want to be there by 6 p.m. It's at Russell Park Site 1 and 2, but we'll talk more about the unique itinerary for that one in a minute.
Gotcha. Then on April 27th, the adults have the April committee meeting at 7 p.m. at Casa Garcia's in Pflugerville.
Tacos and planning.
Exactly. Then moving right into May, we hit the heavy summer prep. May 1st through the 3rd is the spring assembly for OA at 6 p.m. at Lost Pines Scout Reservation.
Which is huge.
Yeah. But actually, for new families listening, what exactly is OA?
Oh, right. OA stands for Order of the Arrow. It's basically Scouting's National Honor Society.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, those assemblies and chapter meetings are where our most dedicated scouts take on extra service projects and leadership training.
Makes total sense.
Yeah.
And then right in the middle of that OA weekend, on May 2nd, is the BSA swim test.
Right, at 1:30 p.m. at Waterloo Swimming on Philip Warner Place in Round Rock.
And we aren't doing this swim test just to, splash around.
No, definitely not. We have to classify swimmers right now in May so that by the time summer camp rolls around, they are fully cleared for waterfront activities.
Got it. After that, on May 4th, we have the May Court of Honor at 6:30 p.m. at St. John Lutheran Church.
Our big awards ceremony.
Exactly, to recognize those rank advancements. Then, May 14th brings a doubleheader.
Yeah, the District Roundtable and the Armadillo Chapter meeting for OA.
Both at 6:30 p.m. at the Figgett Center in Austin.
And to wrap up May, there's a Memorial Day flag subscription event on May 25th at 6 p.m. The location wasn't specified on that one yet.
Wait, let me stop you there. I see Memorial Day plus an Independence Day flag subscription on July 4th.
Yeah.
At a Patriot Day 1 on September 11th. How do those flag routes actually work?
Oh, it's an incredible operation. The troop maps out neighborhoods where residents have subscribed, and patrols are assigned routes to place flags in the yards early in the morning and then collect them later.
That sounds like a lot of work.
It is a huge logistical exercise for the boys to manage, but it's our primary fundraiser.
Awesome. Well, kicking off the summer, June 11th, is another combo event with the Armadillo Chapter meeting and District Roundtable.
Again at 6:30 p.m. at the Figgett Center.
Right. Then we hit the big one. June 14th through the 20th is Summer Camp 2026 at Hale Scout Reservation.
So exciting. And finally, looking ahead to the rest of the summer, we have those flag events we just mentioned, plus the District Roundtable and OA Armadillo Chapter meetings at 6:30 p.m. at the Figgett Center on July 9th and August 13th.
Perfect. So let's unpack that April 24th to 26th Lake Georgetown campout for a second, because there's a really unique twist here.
Yes, there's a split itinerary.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the main troop is going to base camp at Russell Park. But on Saturday, the Philmont crew are older scouts who are training for a grueling high-adventure backpacking expedition.
The New Mexico trip.
Exactly. They are actually hiking out to Jim Hogg Park for an overnight and then returning Sunday morning.
I love that setup. It's like a dress rehearsal.
Totally.
While the main troop is at base camp working on standard skills, the Philmont crew is stress testing their gear and their legs for a high-altitude expedition.
Yeah, and just a quick reminder for you listening, make sure you're using the Scouting mobile app to RSVP.
Yes, very important.
And jump into the troop Slack channel so your patrols can get their meal planning sorted.
For sure.
And, experiences like that high adventure hike are exactly why we need to talk about the next item, which is Google reviews.
Google reviews.
Yeah, we only received 4 new reviews last week.
Okay, wait. Let me push back on this a little.
Yeah.
Why does an outdoor adventure troop need online reviews? I mean, we are at a coffee shop.
I know, it sounds funny, but it's really about visibility. Like, when prospective parents are searching online for a youth program, they don't know about our Philmont crew or our leadership training.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, taking 2 minutes to write a review is how we show them that these kids are doing incredible life-building things instead of just playing video games.
That makes a lot of sense. So just check the eBlast for the exact addresses for all these events. But if there's one priority for this week, what is it?
Getting your RSVPs in for that April Lake Georgetown campout, seriously, do not wait on that.
Perfect.
Mm.
Well, that's it for this week's Troop 685 Talk. We'll see you at the next troop meeting Monday at 7 p.m. at St. John Lutheran Church.
Yep.
And as we wrap up, we want to leave you with Scoutmaster Justin Smith's leadership thought for the week. He said, "Leaders don't create followers, they create more leaders."
Which really leaves you with something to mull over, you know? It's so easy to jump in and solve problems for our kids. But looking at this packed schedule, how often do we step back and actually let our scouts fail safely in the woods so they can truly learn how to lead?
Wow, yeah. Thanks for listening, and remember,
Troop 685 is where scouts lead the adventure.